Modern controlled access highways originated in the early 1920s in response to the rapidly increasing use of the automobile, the demand for faster movement between cities, and as a consequence of improvements in paving processes, techniques, and materials. Gravel roadman roads deteriorated in medieval Europe because of a lack of resources and skills to maintain them, but many continue to be used. The alignments are still partially used today, for instance, parts of England's A1. Before the 13th century, there were no organized networks of streets inside cities, merely shifting footpaths. With the invention of the horse harness and wagons with swiveled front axles that could make tight turns, urban street networks stabilized. In the medieval Islamic world, many roads were built throughout the Arab Empire. The most sophisticated roads were those of Baghdad, Iraq, which were paved with tar in the 8th century. Tar was derived from petroleum accessed from oil fields in the region through the chemical process of destructive distillation. As states developed and became richer, especially with the Renaissance, new roads and bridges began to be built, often based on Roman designs. Although there were attempts to rediscover Roman methods, there was little useful innovation in road building before the 18th century. In 18th century West Africa, road transport throughout the Ashanti Empire was maintained via a network of well-kept roads that connected the Ashanti capital with territories within its jurisdiction and influence. After significant road construction undertaken by the Kingdom of Dahomey, toll roads were established with the function of collecting yearly taxes based on the goods carried by the people. Occupation. The Royal Road was built in the late 18th century by King Kapingla, which stretched from Abami through Kenya up to Wida. Between 1725 and 1737, General George Wade constructed 250 miles for 100 kilometers of road and 40 bridges to improve Britain's control of the Scottish Highlands. Using Roman road designs with large stones at the bottom and gravel on top, with a typical overall depth of 2 meters. They were so poorly aligned and steep, according to Thomas Telford, as to be unfit for the purposes of civil life and also rough and poorly drained. Responsibility for the state of the roads lay with the local parish since Tudor times. In 1656, Radwell, Hertfordshire petitioned Parliament for help to maintain their section of the Great North Road. Parliament passed an act that gave the local justices powers to erect toll gates on a section of the Great North Road between Wade's Mill, Hertfordshire, Caxton, Cambridgeshire, and Stilton, Huntingdonshire for a period of 11 years, and the revenues so raised should be used for the maintenance of the Great North Road in their jurisdictions.